name is Judah ben Israel, but all my friends call me Little Judah. I'm 7 years old, and I'm a Hebrew Israelite from the southern kingdom of Judah. Hebrews are descendants of Eber, the great-grandson of Shem, and Israelites are descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the people who the Bible is written about, and we are very special to Yah, who is the creator of the whole world. Now, that is just a little piece of who I am. There is much more that I would love to share with you. And because today is Shabbat, this would be a perfect time. Would you like to learn the Hebrew Israelite history and lifestyle? All right, here we go. Every Shabbat, sundown Friday to sundown Saturday, we rest, talk about the blessings of Yah, and study the Bible. This Shabbat, we are going to take a journey through my family's history and learn about my homeland. In the Bible, it tells us that the Hebrew Israelites would live in a land called Israel. If I'm from Israel, then why am I in North America? Well, North America is where I was born, but my family is originally from the land of Israel. Israel is located northeast Africa and extends from the Nile to the Euphrates. Israel is the promised seed of my forefather Abraham. Yah chose my ancestors through the righteousness of Abraham. Yah made a special agreement called a covenant with our forefather Abraham. Yah said he would make Abraham a great nation and would use his wife Sarah, who was very old, to have a son. Through this son and his descendants, Yah would bless the whole world. And guess what? He kept his promise. Abraham and his wife Sarah had a son named Isaac, and Isaac had a son named Jacob, who was later called Israel. Israel had 12 sons, who are known as the Israelites. Their names are Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Issachar, Zebulun, Joseph, and Benjamin. These children and their descendants were chosen to lead the nations to Yah and his blessings. These 12 sons with Jacob and their families lived in the land of Canaan until they had to go to Egypt during a famine. Their brother, Joseph, saved Egypt and the Israelites during this great famine. The Egyptians forgot Joseph and began killing the Hebrew boys and made the people slaves. During this time, children of Israel cried out, and Yah heard them. He sent a man named Moses to help free his people, and by the power of Yah, he did. They walked out of Egypt through the Red Sea, and when they got out to the other side, they went to Mount Sinai, where Yah gave them a list of laws called the 10 Commandments. These laws were to help them live a long and happy life. All the people agreed to keep the laws Yah gave, and this was also called the covenant. In the covenant, there were things that were good and bad. The good things were called blessings, and the bad things were called curses. The good things made life better, and the bad things made life hard. It was not long after agreeing to keep the commandments of Yah that Israelites broke them and continued breaking them generation after generation. They built gods of wood and stone and followed the nations around them even after Yah said not to. Then the Israelites broke the laws, lots of bad things happened, and they were no longer safe, and Yah could not fight for them. In 70 AD, the Romans sacked Jerusalem and destroyed the temple. Yah warned my ancestors about these bad things in Deuteronomy 28:15 through 68. But they did not listen. My people were forced to migrate into various parts of Africa. Finally, they were put on slave ships and scattered all over the earth, just like Deuteronomy 28:68 foretold. For many years, my family who came to America on those ships were forced to work for free in terrible conditions for cruel people. During this time, many of my family forgot their history and how important they were to Yah. They continued to break Yah's laws, and he left them here even after the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863. So we are still in the land of our captivity. My ancestors did not keep Yah's commandments in America, so he has not allowed us to go home. My parents told me that Yah is raising a righteous generation that will obey him, and we are going to be blessed and return to Israel. Even though I am small in size, my desire to serve Yah is great. I have decided to live in Yah's blessings and to make Him proud. Some of the ways I do this are: I put Yah first. I obey my parents. I wear my fringes. I have learned my alphabet, and I happily prepare for Shabbat. I know that the laws of Yah are His instructions for life, and in them are blessings. I even keep the ones that some people say we don't have to, like the laws about foods that are not good for our bodies, and the laws that tell us to keep His feasts, new months, Shabbat, Passover, Shavuot, Yom Torah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, and even the ones that celebrate our liberation like Purim and Hanukkah. I know it may not be cool to the world, but I do not celebrate unbiblical days like Christmas and Easter and Halloween because they are not in Torah, and Yah really doesn't like them. I used to get sad when my friends got to do different things, but then my dad and mom told me that I am royalty and that Yah is going to use me as an example to my friends and family. I know that nothing is more important to Yah than obedience. By following Yah, I can break the curses of the past and be blessed. What Yah has in store for me is much greater than anything I have ever known. I am patiently waiting for the day when He completely restores my family. Here's a sneak peek of how I imagine it. Breaking news: the so-called Negroes in America are the lost tribe of Judah. They are returning to Israel to claim their inheritance. I cannot wait for this day. Until then, I will continue to keep Torah because it's my heritage, and one day I will be able to go back home to praise Yah and live in His blessings. Until then, Shabbat Shalom.